Mute, and as always, having any supports that would be supportive to you, that would be helpful to you. Maybe some blocks or strap, maybe a comfortable pillow or blanket. And so we'll start off with our regular grounding and maybe some breathing. And then if it's beneficial when we do the tapping, you might want to sit up. Doesn't mean you have to, but totally up to you. So just noticing your environment right now. However you're noticing it, your eyes could be open or closed. You could be feeling the temperature of the room. You could be seeing it. Maybe there's some scents, some smells present. Just taking in your environment. Feeling the ground beneath you. Let's take 3 breaths here just to help arrive. 3 conscious full breaths. Maybe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or something that might be better for you. And then falling into your natural breath. And then welcoming in an inner resource. And you can just let go right away of whatever that idea is, of what it is. Just letting in the felt sense of peace. Letting in the felt sense of the ground. Just the quality of feeling secure and nourished. Never kind of floated through your head in those words. Be tapping into some loved ones, loved beings, fur babies. And then just noticing the feeling, the residual of that. Feeling the softness of your breath. Feeling the movement of your breath. And just noticing right now. Maybe noticing if the mind feels busy. Maybe the mind is quiet. Maybe you feel tired or energized. Always knowing your practice meets you where you are in that day. Always. I'll invite us to come into a square breath for our pranayama today. And I know, like all breathing practices, not everything is everyone's favorite per se. So always you're welcome to take on what might work better for you. And maybe this is what works well for you. This is something that first responders use. It can be very helpful to calm the mind, calm the body, but again, only if it's right in your body. So what we're going to do is breathe in for 4. And we visualize, like in the beginning, I'll draw out a square. And we're going to hold for 4. And we exhale for 4. And we elongate that hold at the bottom for 4. So as you're ready, let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we hold 2, 3, 4. We exhale 2, 3, 4, and extended hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and we hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Extended hold 2, 3, 4. Continuing on your own. Inviting perhaps one more cycle. As you're ready, releasing the breathing practice, falling into your natural breath. Just taking a moment to notice. And then from here, we're going to come right into a practice of tapping. So again, feel free to be on your back or seated. Seating, it might feel easier for you, but totally up to you. And tapping, we feel our motions with our whole body, which is why it can be so powerful to use a technique of acupressure points. Tapping into these points sends a calming signal to our brain. And even though we have these thoughts, we have them throughout the day, we're telling our body that it doesn't have to be hijacked by them. And by that, we end up gaining control. And so we honor how we feel, and it's a practice of accepting our feelings. So as you might remember, the acupressure points in the top of the head, right above the brow, under the eye, under the nose, the chin, under the lower lip, the chest, and then under the armpit, the side body. So let's just take a full breath in wherever you are right now. And I'm just going to say words. They're ones that you might want to repeat to yourself. There's no rules here. And so slowly, I'm just going to start with gently tapping the crown of my head, saying, I honor how I feel. And tapping right at the forehead. And I give my body permission to relax. Under the eyes, even though life feels a bit overwhelming. Under the nose, and there's so much uncertainty. Under the lower lip, I accept all these feelings. Chest, and I give my body permission to relax. My side body under the armpit, I relax more and more as I tap. Crown of the head, all this anxiety, all this stress. The forehead. The news feels so overwhelming. Under the eye. Everything feels so uncertain. Under the nose. And I know I don't have that much control. Under the lower lip. So I'm feeling this in my body. The chest, experiencing the stress. Under the arm, sometimes I feel okay. Crown of the head, and then sometimes I feel anxious. Forehead, sometimes I feel hopeful. Under the eye, and sometimes I feel uncertain. Under the nose, and I know there's room for it all. Under the lower lip, there's room for all these feelings. The chest, I honor how hard this can be. Under the armpit, and I know I don't have all the answers. Crown of the head, even though things are uncertain. Forehead, I give my body permission to relax. Under the eye, I know this won't last forever. Under the nose, this is an act of love for myself and for those around me. Under the lower lip, I am supporting myself. The chest, and I give myself permission to relax. Under the arm, I give myself permission to feel what it is I'm feeling. Crown of the head, and I honor my own experience. Forehead, right here, right now, I am safe. Beautiful. Release the hand down. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. And just notice how you're feeling. Beautiful. Setting an intention for your practice today. I think most people are seated, so let's start seated. And just start to move some of this energy around. Maybe making some circles with our body. Feel free to be seated up on something if that feels useful. And reversing. Into a long spine. Let's take our hands in front of us in prayer, and then we'll interlace our fingers and press the hands away. Let the shoulders release down. And then slowly start to lift the hands, the palms towards the sky, still keeping the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to make some circles here. Our shoulders, our rib cage. And reversing that. Beautiful. Let's lower the hands down, turning the palms to face you, and we'll bring it all back into the heart. Taking a breath in, long breath out. Nice. You can release the hands, some seated cat-cows. So moving the spine, open the heart, and then rounding navel to spine, chin to chest. Moving at your pace. Nice. And again, we'll find a long spine here, soften the shoulders. Let's just turn our head a little bit towards the left and maybe dropping the chin. You might bring your right arm behind your back, letting it just fall. Let all the weight fall at the lower back. Let the shoulder fall. You might bring your left hand to the crown of your head. Maybe gently shaking your head no, maybe yes. Beautiful. Releasing the arms. Let's roll through the shoulders. And then turn our head just a bit towards the right, looking down towards your right knee. Left arm can go behind your back, just falling down, the weight by the lower back, the shoulder drops down. And maybe you bring your right hand to the crown of your head. And we breathe. And if nodding feels good, maybe nodding your head. Beautiful. Let's release the arms on the side, rolling into the shoulders, any movement in your neck. Sweep the arms nice and wide, opening up. Beautiful. We're going to bring the left arm across the body. You can hook your right arm right at the elbow, or you can use your hand here. Just getting a stretch. The shoulder, letting that shoulder drop down. Beautiful. Letting the next breath open the arms again. We'll take it to the other side. Right arm comes across the body. You can use your hand or your arm to hug it in. Beautiful. Releasing the arms out wide again. And then bringing your fingertips to the back of your head, nice and softly. Beautiful. Might dip the left elbow down towards the ground, looking up off to your right, and then switching sides. Do that one more time on each side. Beautiful. Let's bring the arms down. Inhale and back up. And we'll turn in towards our left. Hands can come down anywhere you like, lengthening the spine. And then reaching the left arm up and over. Beautiful. Coming back up, bringing the left hand behind you. Let's take that to the other side. So you might sweep the arms up and turning towards the opposite side, lengthening the spine. And then reaching the right arm up and over. Beautiful. Bringing that right hand back down. And we'll come back to center. And just move the shoulders, maybe the fingertips to the shoulders, and circle with your elbows. Nice. Release that down. And then option here to take hold first. Actually, let's stretch out our left leg a couple times. You might just press it out in front and bend it in before we get into movement. And then option to cradle your leg. Now, for some that might feel horrible while seated, so feel free to come on your back and do that or do any form of that. I'm just going to cradle my leg and my arms, little movement here. But if this feels uncomfortable in the lower back, lay down. Beautiful. And then let's stretch that leg all the way out to the side. Your left arm might come down. Maybe the right arm reaches over. Beautiful. We'll come on up. We're just going to switch it out. So hugging your opposite leg in, a little rocking side to side. No, we didn't stretch it. Let's stretch it, bend it, lengthen, push it in. Nice. And then we can extend it out to our side. Right arm might come down as we reach the opposite arm up and over. Nice. We'll come back up. Let's bring our feet nice and wide out in front, hands behind, letting the knees sway side to side.
Down in a forest, in a clearing with no name. All of the leaves, their branches appeared.
And from here, we're going to take this right into a tabletop. Let's drop the belly down, bring it off to the side, round it through top, just nice big circles. Notice how the pelvis is reacting, so we might be tucking it and then rounding. And we'll reverse that. Beautiful. And we can take this right into some cat-cows. Opening the heart, belly drops. Rounding.
Emerald jewels shone in the crown, the forest king. A glint in his eye, his back shining green.
Beautiful. Right from here, sweeping the hands towards our knees. We're going to come up on our knees, hands to the sky. Then we can bring our hands behind our back, letting the heel of your palm just resting at the lower back, fingertips down, opening through the heart here. Maybe we'll throw in what we did last night, bringing the arms back and then bringing the crown of the head down towards the earth. And then let's bring it all the way back up. And maybe the hands come to the lower back and we open up the heart. Sending the hands back behind you, folding right at the hip crease. Crown of the head might come down towards the ground, known as rabbit pose. And we might bring that all the way back up. And you might stay lengthened here, or if a back bend feels good, you take that, listening to your body, right? We'll take a fold one more time. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands back down into that tabletop, and we're going to just bring the right foot forward. Let's get into our hamstrings a bit. So really digging the right heel. You might use blocks. It could be a nice way to do this. Digging that right heel into the ground and pulling the hips back towards the left heel and feel like you're trying to drag your foot, but it's not moving. And then we go forward. And we'll just do that a few times. Get into the fascia. Nice. And then from here, just some circles in our hips. Beautiful. And then we can leave the left hand either on the ground or on a block. Right hand might come to your right knee, starting to open up to the right side body. You can hang out here. You might reach your right arm back, whatever works for you. Beautiful. And then we'll bring that right knee in. And then switching sides. So left foot comes forward again, digging the left foot into the ground here. Feel as if you're pulling the hips back, but the foot isn't moving. Start to feel that up through your hamstrings into the glutes. And then eventually adding some circles, the hips, or any organic movement right here. So move our body, move our energy. Nice, and we can keep the right hand down. Left hand might come to the inside or on top of the left knee, starting to open up to your left side. Option to keep your hand on your knee or maybe reach that left arm back. Beautiful. Bringing the left hand back down, and we'll bring the left knee back. I'm gonna move my blocks. Nice. Let's sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky. You make a couple circles here. Nice. We'll take that right to the other side. Left arm reaches up. Nice big circles. Nice. Bringing the left hand down. Let's lift the right knee. We're going to bring it out to the side in that fire hydrant. And then bring it down without touching the ground. We'll bring it back without letting the belly dump. We're going to stay right in the glute. A little squeeze there. Sweeping back down out to the side. So just this little sequence, side and then back without letting the belly come down. Nice. As you're ready, extending the right leg long, and we'll cross it over the left. You might look over your left shoulder and maybe pulsing into your right heel, right ankle. Beautiful. And then taking the right leg, swinging it all the way out to the right side. And come on up for gate pose. Toes are facing forward. We sweep the arms up to the sky. And right hand can come down the right leg as we reach the left arm. Beautiful. Coming on up, grounding the left hand either on the ground or a block. Right arm can come to the sky, come by your ear. You can stay here, or if movement feels good, bringing the knee, right elbow towards each other and extending away. Lovely. And with a little momentum, we can push off with our left hand as we come back to our gate. And we'll bring it down. Tucking the left toes, and let's just send the hips back and forward a few times. Nice. And the right knee can come back under the right hip. Any movement in the spine, either barrel or cat-cows. And as you're ready, we'll lift up the left knee and bring it out to the side in that fire hydrant. Coming back down and then bringing it back behind without letting the belly come down, without arching the back. So it's a squeeze into the glute. And we'll just go through that sequence out to the side and back. Maybe one more. Nice. And then we can extend that left leg long, cross it over the right foot, tucking the toes, and perhaps pulsing into the left ankle, left heel. You might look over your right shoulder. So giving our spine all these beautiful directions to move. And then we can lift the leg and sweep it all the way out to our left side, toes facing forward. And coming up on our right knee, gate pose on the other side, lifting to the sky. Left hand can come down the left leg. We sweep the right arm over. Nice. And then we can come on up, bringing the right hand down beside us or on a block. Left arm, wherever it feels good for you. And same opportunity of bringing movement if that feels right. Left knee to left elbow. Nice, with a little push off of the right hand. Bring the hands back to the sky and then down to the ground. Tucking the right toes and pulsing back. Shoulders slide down away from the ears. Nice. Let's bring the knees back together beneath the hips. Block. Walking the hands forward a bit, sending the shoulders over the wrists. So we're in plank pose, knees are down. You might take a push-up here if that feels interesting, or you might come right down to your belly, maybe 1 or 2 push-ups. And we can come all the way down to our belly. Beautiful. Coming off the camera, bringing our arms out in front. Legs are nice and long. And lift up your right arm and left leg. And soften down. Left arm and right leg. And soften down. And just do a couple of rounds of this. Nice. Softening everything down. We can bring the hands back behind us. Maybe lifting the head and chest. You want to lift the legs. Beautiful. And then softening everything down. Option to bend into your left foot. You might catch it with your left hand. Get a little stretch. Your hamstring, your quad, sorry. Maybe bending your right elbow as a pillow in front. That would feel comfortable. You can also use a strap around your foot if you're not catching it. Nice, and then we can switch sides. I'm going to bend into my left elbow in front of me and reach back to grab my right foot. Again, you could use a strap here. Nice, releasing the right foot down. Slide the hands beside our chest. And we'll find a child's pose. So maybe the knees are wide, maybe they're together. Beautiful. Letting the next breath lift you up into our tabletop. And we can tuck the toes here. And start to lift up on the knees and send the hips back. And then hips up towards the sky, eventually getting into the legs. And you might pedal it out. If it's interesting, you might lift your heels and let them fall to the right. And then lifting them back and let them fall to the left. Nice, coming back to center. We can walk our feet towards our hands. Maybe bringing our feet wide. A little swaying of the hips. Your hands could be on blocks here. Bending deeply into one knee, into the other. Nice. And you might bring your feet a little bit closer. And again, feel free to use blocks here as we lift the right hand towards the sky, bending into the left knee. Nice. And switching sides, left arm to the sky, bending into the right knee. Beautiful. Left hand comes down. We'll find that half lift. Just noticing how your hamstrings are feeling. And then softening down, bending into your knees. And the gaze comes forward a bit. Right, sweep the arms back. We're going to take all that energy and come up into a nice tall mountain, reaching all the way up. Bring our hands together and right to the heart space. Beautiful. We'll take that again. Inhale, arms to the sky. And maybe we dive down. You can bend your knees or keep them long, whatever feels good here. We'll take that half lift, lengthening the spine. And then softening down. And again, root to rise, really press into the earth as we stand up nice and tall. Palms come together. Let's draw it right to the heart. And taking a pause, knowing you're here right now in your body, in your space. Nice. You can release the hands down. Let's come up on your right toe. We're just going to circle through the ankle. Nice big circles here. Kind of mush the toes around. Go the other direction. Do that with the other side. And reverse that. Nice. And bringing the left foot down. And right from here, just from a stand, find your drishti. We're going to do a little bit of balance and movement. So let's bring the right leg out to the side. Toes facing forward. And we'll bring it back in. And we're going to lift the right knee. And then bring the right foot down. And then bring it back behind us. And as we bring it behind us, let's bend into the knee without letting the whole pelvis fall forward. So let's try and keep that connection of our pelvis. Just getting into the glute. Beautiful. Right foot comes down. We'll do that again. Long right leg out to the side, toes facing forward. Find your edge. We'll bring it back. Bend into the knee as we lift it in front, one-legged Tadasana. And then we'll bring that down, bringing the right heel towards your bottom and maybe extending it out without letting the pelvis get pulled. Beautiful. And let's bring that right foot down. You might just kind of shake that out. Maybe coming up on your toes and landing on your heels. Really good for the nervous system. Up on the toes and just coming down on your heels. And I'll take it to the other side. Left leg coming out to the left side with the toes facing forward. We'll bring it back in as we lift that left knee, one-legged Tadasana. Find length through your right side, getting as tall as you can. And then starting to bring that left foot back behind you towards your glute without letting the pelvis get pulled. Beautiful. Left foot comes down, but without touching the ground, we're going to send that left foot out to the left side, toes facing forward. We'll bring it back in, one-legged Tadasana, lifting the left knee. And then slowly bringing it down and back. We'll squeeze there. Beautiful. And we can bring that left foot down, shake it out. Nice, maybe a little twirling might feel good. And back to our Tadasana. Let's sweep the arms to the sky, hugging thumbs. And as we did when we were seated, we're just going to make some circles here with our shoulders, our rib cage, and reversing that. Beautiful. Releasing the arms down. And from here, let's take a step back with the right foot for warrior one. Just bringing the foot down. That foot's on somewhat of a 45-degree angle as we bend into the left knee. Your hands can be at your hips or the sky. Beautiful. Maybe bringing your fingertips to the back of your head, elbows come out. And check in your lower body. What does it feel like? Is there any pain in the lower back? Are we opening too much? Maybe drawing it back in. Or maybe the opening feels good. Beautiful. Let's bring the arms down. If you have a block nearby, you might want to grab that, have it nearby. Option to come into half moon. So we can step out of that right foot, maybe let it fly, bringing your left hand to a block. Start to open your front body and lifting the right leg, toes facing forward. Your right hand can stay on your hip. It can reach to the sky. Beautiful. And then let's soften into that left knee. We're going to bring the right foot down again. Find our warrior one. Nice full breath in. And then we can step the feet together. Tadasana. Nice. Let's take a breath as we reach to the sky. And take a full diving down. Finding that half lift. And softening down. Little root to rise. Bring it all the way back up. And right into our heart. Feeling your heart beating. Once again, reminding yourself you're right here, your body. And as you're ready, we can step back with the left foot, coming into warrior one on this side. Hands can be at the sky, your hips. Noticing what feels different on this side for you. Beautiful. Maybe cactusing the arms. And just being in this shape for a moment, feeling the shape, feeling your experience. Nice. Releasing the arms down, and we know where we're going now. We're going into that half moon again. So making sure you have a block nearby. You might hold it in your hand. You might put your hand on a wall or a piece of furniture. Bring it over here. And then lifting the left leg, toes facing forward. Your left hand can be on your hips, the sky. And we're breathing. Wherever you are, you're breathing. Beautiful. Nice. And as you're ready, we can soften into that right knee. We'll bring that left foot back. Find our warrior one. And then step the feet together into Tadasana. Beautiful. From here, let's come really wide on our mat. Toes facing forward, arms to the sky, take up space. And we're going to fold hands down to either blocks or the ground. You might let your head say no, just let it go. If it feels better to keep your head above your heart, then do that. Walking your hands out just a bit, and we'll bring our right hand to our left leg. We'll stretch here. Nice. Right hand can go out, left hand to the right leg. The left hand down. And then from here, let's bring the toes so they're facing out. And we're just going to bring some movement into each side. You can walk your hands side to side. Maybe you're keeping your hips nice and high. Maybe you bring your hips all the way down. Doesn't matter. Just do what feels good here to bring movement into our bodies. Option to lift one arm on one side, lift on the opposite. Beautiful. When you're ready, we'll come back to center, toes facing forward. Really feel the power and the strength in your legs and your hips and your glutes. Hands to the hips as we draw that energy up from the earth, up through our legs, and we stand up nice and tall. Beautiful. Hands to the sky, take up space, five-pointed star. Nice. Bring the hands down, looking towards the front of your mat, whatever direction that is. And bringing our feet together, and shake it out a bit. Shake out the arms, the legs. Nice. If you're ready, bring the arms to the sky, and we can take a full diving down. A little half lift. And softening, stepping back to either tabletop or plank pose. Knees could be up or down. As we touch the knees down if they're not already there, and send the hips back. Child's pose. Find a child's pose that feels nourishing in your body. Might let out a stretch into the back, the spine. Maybe walking our hands to the right. And to the left. Back to center. And slowly walking back up. And right in this position, as long as you're comfortable on your heels, a little bit of cat-cow. You can also come up more if it doesn't feel good to be on the tops of your feet. And then we can come onto our backs. So take your time to come down. I'll fix the screen. Let's draw the legs in kind of loosely and just rock side to side. Feel your spine, feel all the muscles surrounding, supporting your spine. Feel your lower back. Nice. Keep the right knee drawn in, lengthen the left leg. And then bringing any micro movements to your right leg here. Maybe you want to bring it out towards the right or towards the center. Nice. And then reaching the arms all the way back, lengthening the right leg. Whole body stretch. And we'll draw the left knee in. And same idea, you might let it rock side to side. Getting a little curious. Left hip. We'll find our full body stretch, reaching the arms back, left leg goes long. Bring your arms to your side. Let's find our pigeon, right ankle to the left thigh. You can hang out with your left foot on the ground or draw the legs in. You can bring the left foot down. Option for a little twist straight from here. You can keep your legs this way, or of course you can uncross them, whatever feels best. Letting the legs fall to the left. Your right foot might come to the ground or maybe a block. You might reach your right arm out. Releasing any gripping in your hip, your shoulders. Slowly bring the legs back to center and just switch sides. So left ankle to the right thigh, can stay here or bring the legs in using your hands or a strap. You might let out a and then we can come into that twist. So maybe bring your right foot down and keep the legs this way, or uncross the legs and bring your legs to the right. However you want to take this, using any props that might feel supportive. And bring your left arm out to the side. as you're ready, bringing the legs back in, uncrossing them, maybe bringing the feet wide, and letting the knees be like windshield wipers. And really dropping into your body right now, noticing any stretch or shape that might feel nourishing to you right now. Maybe happy baby or bound angle or anything. And as you're ready, finding your way into your Shavasana, your resting pose. And we cover your body, use some pillows. Inviting your whole body to rest, your whole body to soften. With your jaw, your eyes, your forehead, shoulders and arms. Letting the weight of your body drain down. As we said in the beginning, you might, if it resonates, say to yourself, I honor how I feel. And give my body permission to rest. And just be. I invite you to slowly come back to your body, connecting with your breath. You might bring some gentle movement to your fingers, your toes, stretching in any way that feels good. And if it serves you, rolling to your left or right side. And just taking a moment, dropping in. Slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. I invite you to close your eyes or have a soft gaze, perhaps bringing your hands to your heart space, offering yourself love, compassion, and so much gratitude for taking this time for you and sharing your practice with us. The light in me honors the light in you. Hope you have a beautiful day today. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Cynthia. That was perfect.
Thank you. So glad.
Much
I'll be thinking
needed.
of you this week. I hope your mom is okay, resting.
Thank you. Just want to get her home.
Yeah.
With some chicken noodle soup.
There you go.
Ready to go.
Sounds good. We'll be thinking of you.
Thank you.
Be well, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.